I'm excited to introduce a new segment to Racing X that we'll be covering throughout the Brisbane Winter Carnival called Warning Signs, brought to you by our friends at Sign Ace. Now, as you can see behind me, we're taking a bit of state of origin approach here, and we're identifying the key dangers to our local horses with the interstate raiders coming up to play. Now, Mick, we're kicking off this weekend with the Doomben 10,000, and the local headline act is Rothfire, who's returning to the Group 1 stage. The big question is his best behind him, or is he still competitive in such a quality field? What was your initial reaction?
Well, yeah, let's talk Rothfire. I think, he's the local galloper that's, you look at his form and the races he's competed in and the horses a lot of the time that he's run second to in some big races. But he's, for mine, got warning signs flashing absolutely everywhere. And the two biggest are the barrier draw. He's drawn out wide and the depth of talent around him. He pressed forward last start and, he's going to have to do that again from barrier 15, I think. But, Tim Clark on board, he's really known for being a great front runner. And I thought he held on very well, the old boy. Tim Clark's going to be a great addition, but, he's going to have to do some work early, no doubt. So, that said, I think the wild card is that Rothfire ran second to Ballinipatina in a Manicato on a heavy track. And he hasn't seen a heavy track since that race. And I think that could be, if there's going to be a kicker that's going to be, knocking those warning signs away, it's going to be that wet track. And, can he get across early enough and fend off a host of competition that, I'm sure that we've both recognised?
Absolutely. I'm with you there. Definitely, that form line, and he's got, the wet track form, locals advantage. My biggest concern is there are so many good quality back markers in this race. Particularly, my biggest warning sign is Sunshine in Paris. To me, she is the elite horse in this field. I do have a bit of a soft spot for her. She's my little sunshine. But, she just has that impeccable form over the 1,200 metres. She ran really well for third last start in the all-aged. And I just think the team have primed her perfectly for this to be her grand final. This is her audition for an Everest. Fairway have their slot, and this is going to be her real test. So I think they will have all the boxes ticked off. We've got J-Mac, we've got blinkers on, we're back to the 1,200 metres. I think this race is all Sunshine in Paris, and good luck to anyone to try and convince me otherwise.